welcome to tonight's recap of Survivor.
Blood versus water. Alright, so, at Coyopa, that was the losing tribe, Dale is really sad for Kelly.
Yeah.
He's all alone.
It was so tough to watch his daughter go through that, and it must be tough, too, to suck so bad.
They slaughtered my daughter right in front of my eyes.
Coyopa has only won one immunity challenge.
Ooh.
That's rough.
Well, if you remember, Dale's got his little fake idol that he found at the watering hole.
Found it on, like, the first day.
Yeah, so he says, you know what? I don't got much to lose here. I'm going to show it to John, and I'm going to tell him it's a real immunity idol.
He's got to do something crazy right now because he's on the outs with the rest of his tribe.
Yeah.
So John is like, looks good, looks good.
Wow.
All right, let's talk about Hunapu, or as we like to call him,
Hunapu.
All right, so Jeremy is pretty pissed at his tribe because these people, they ate all the rice, and now they're like, Jeff, we need to trade for more rice.
Well, Jeremy doesn't want to trade for the rice. He thinks that it's going to be easy for them to win another challenge, have another feast. He doesn't want to give up anything.
Right. Well, the rest of the tribe doesn't feel that way.
Jeffy shows up with a big old bag of rice that's going to last for the rest of the show.
So then Jeff goes through this lecture about how they're the worst tribe ever. This has only really happened in one other season. I think he said it was Australia.
But there was real extenuating circumstances, not just because you're sucking back all the rice with no
like
filter.
Lions and stuff. Wasn't there like...
I believe that there was
Didn't they have to stay like within a certain area?
Well, they did, but the thing is, they lost their rice because there was a flood.
Oh, okay.
And they tried to retrieve it, but they ended up giving them another
Am I thinking of a different season and sounding like
It was Australia.
Are there like lions in Australia? I'm probably
know.
thinking of a different season. But anyway.
All right. Yeah.
I feel like Kathy Lee Gifford right now.
Yeah.
So
basically Jeff is like, y'all suck.
You're the
shut your traps.
Yeah.
This is how it's going to go down. First time you lost the flint, now you ate all the rice. It's going to be a heavy penalty. And I'm going to have to take everything. I'm going to need everything from the comfort reward.
Including the tarp that they had over their shelter, the hammock, the pillows, the extra flint.
Yeah. The only thing that you're going to have besides your clothes is a machete, a pot, and a flint.
You do get that pot to pee in.
Looks like they're starting over.
I don't think that's what John Lennon meant, but yes, they are starting over.
All right, well, it's the reward challenge, and it's a blindfolded one.
Again, it's one person from each tribe. This time, you have to put on a blindfold, like you said.
Right.
You gotta go through this obstacle course, no help from anyone.
There's a tribal mask on the table. You gotta, like, braille it out, feel it out, but it's not gonna be that easy. There's going to be extra dummy pieces for the dummies.
Yeah.
And
so we can see that the dummy pieces are red, but obviously they can't see that.
No, because they got the blindfolds on.
And like I said, the rest of the tribe is not allowed to say anything.
So the reward is a delicious Survivor barbecue.
You get to eat this meat that's been sitting out uncooked for who knows how long in the heat.
Barbecue included.
All right.
And charcoal and whatever else you might need.
Got some shish kebabs. Looks pretty good.
Yeah. So they get to put up whoever they want because it's no more loved ones on separate tribes anymore.
Right. So you could, you know, put up your strongest player.
So Coyopa puts up Baylor.
What? I'm guessing they figured she's like one of the smallest ones on the tribe, so she'll be able to go through the obstacle course easier.
Does she have good facial fingertip recognition?
Maybe she's got a really good sense of touch. Who knows?
Could be. Well, Hunapu puts up Reed.
All right, so a couple of different strategies going on in this.
Yeah.
Baylor wasn't really studying the face as much. She was more untying the bags, bringing them back. Reed spent a little more time feeling up that face.
That feels like a face.
Yeah.
All right, so Reed ends up winning.
He smoked it.
Wow, Baylor feels like she let her tribe down because she did.
So Baylor is going to Exile Island.
So Reed has to choose somebody else to go with her. And I guess he wants to punish Julie. He's like, Julie. But Natalie's like, wait a minute, I'll go. And he's like, well, I really wanted to send Julie. But I guess you could go.
Yeah, so Natalie went to Exile Island with Baylor.
Because she figures, doing something like that is it's gonna get her some brownie points down the line.
Right, because she's got a pretty close connection with Missy, so she's like, well, I'm close to Missy, now I can get close to her daughter too, and when we merge, that's a solid 3 right there.
Alright, so at Coyopa, Keith is out there trying to fish.
Keith says they're too little. You can't do it.
They're stealing my bait. Yeah. I don't know what to do. I pull out and nothing there.
Well, there's some scheming going on. Dale's bringing it up again. I have this idol here.
Let's get rid of Keith.
Guess what? Keith has a real immunity idol.
They don't know that, though. Only Keith knows that.
Mm-hmm.
So, at Exile, Baylor gets the clue.
They're still giving out those stale clues.
She shows it to Natalie even before she's like, all right, you could share it with a... Oh, all right. So Natalie wants to go back to her camp and find the idol.
And if she doesn't get it, she wants either Jeremy or Julie to get it, because it seems like they're working together.
They're in a little alliance there.
They're the singles.
Tri-lions. All right, so at Hunapoo, Jeremy is pretty disgusted, and I'm a little surprised. Jeremy's disgusted by Josh and Reed's PDAs.
I don't think it was because they were gay, which is what I think a lot of people would assume seeing those clips. I think from what he was saying in his confessional, it was more like he doesn't like how they're kind of acting like they're in charge of the whole tribe, and I don't think he likes PDA in general.
He doesn't like PDA in general.
He was like, if Val was here, it'd be like we didn't even know each other.
That I somehow
That's kind of crazy.
I think their whole relationship is like that.
Yeah, it seems
weird.
like that when they're talking about it, but remember how much he cried when she had to go to Exile Island?
All right. Well, let the rain pour down.
It's raining.
It's coming down hard.
And Hunapoo does not have that tarp anymore.
And Julie is freaking out. If there's one thing she does not like to be, it is cold and wet.
She was like, I don't know if I can do this anymore. I don't know if I'm going to make it.
She was whining and crying the entire night.
They're all cold.
Well, newsflash, the rain stopped and she's still freaking out.
She's like, I don't know if I can do that again. I know it's going to happen again. And
I know it's going to be like this every night. Every night. All right, well, it's time for the immunity challenge, so get your arse up off the shelter.
All right.
It's another obstacle course with puzzle pieces.
Ooh.
Of course. This time, though, it's one of them fabric flag puzzles.
All right, so they decide Julie is going to sit out for Hunapoo because...
Yeah, they were like, hey, I'll sit out. Okay.
The reason was basically they just can't even.
All right, well... Let the race begin.
Okay.
Jeremy, right off the bat, lost some time for Hunapoo.
They had to push around this giant cube, flip it over, and it looked really heavy.
Well, that wasn't where he lost the time. He lost the time getting that bag of puzzle pieces down because it was on a corkscrew.
Somebody's got to jump up on the cube and fling that bag around the corkscrew to unleash it.
His bag got stuck mid-screw.
That lost a lot of time for them.
It really did, and Coyopa had a huge lead.
Yeah, so 2 people from each tribe were working on the puzzle at the end, and Coyopa they started off pretty good with that puzzle. They got like 3 or so pieces pretty quickly.
But then they got a couple wrong pieces, and it really set them back a lot.
Yeah, John and Missy were doing the puzzle for Coyopa, and they were just blowing it.
Woo! So Hunapoo made it up, and they ended up winning
Josh and Reed rocked that puzzle out.
All right, so that's a tough pill to swallow for Coyopa.
Cannot catch a break.
Keith's not too worried, though, because he's got his idol.
He doesn't want to use it. He wants to have it when he meets up with Wesley.
That's right. That's great. Dale tells John, I'm going to make a little deal with you right here. If you guys don't vote me out, as soon as the vote is read and I am safe, I will take this idol out and hand it over to you.
Yeah, so Dale doesn't want to be that guy that just pulls out this fake immunity idol at Tribal and Jeff laughs in his face as he throws it in the fire. So he's got to be a little creative here. He's got to still be like, I have this idol, without actually having to use it.
All right, well, he says, you know what? Let's vote out Missy. No.
We'll see.
John goes and tells Missy that Dale wants to vote her out.
Yeah, so they're like, no. So they decide they're going to split the vote. They're going to have 3 votes for Dale. And then if he does use his idol, Missy and Baylor are going to vote for Keith so that he'll be the next one to go.
That's going to hurt Keith's feelings.
I think so.
And Missy's. Because I think she's shopping around for husband number 4.
That sounds all great and all, but it seems like John wants that pretty little idol.
All for himself. All right, it's time for tribal council. Get your probes out, because it's probes time.
I don't want to be probes.
Well, you must. It's in the contract. It's all a part of the show.
All right.
So Dale is all like, yeah, someone's loved one's going. That's what he said actually at the end of when they lost.
Yeah, so then Jeff was like, Baylor, how was that Exile Island?
I feel like a little kid lost in a store without my mommy.
Sounds like that's happened a few times.
Yeah, well, she's kind of busy.
Well, Dale is all like, yo, I'm a free agent. I got nobody tying me down, so I'm playing for myself, and I'm a vote if you need it.
Yeah, pretty tempting. Kind of not.
Baylor's like, well, I'm a vote too, and I'm more loyal than Dale. And Dale's just like...
Really? Wow, let's review days 1 through 14.
Yeah.
All right, so it's time for the vote. No idol was played, fake or real, and Dale was voted out with 3 votes. There was also 1 for Missy and 2 for Kef.
That means, again, Jacqueline and John decided to stick with Missy and Baylor.
How creepy was it when John looked at Jacqueline and was like, "You're so beautiful." What?
Why is that creepy?
I know, I just thought it was.
All right.
All right, next time.
It's going to be exciting. It's the merge.
They got the urge to merge. Who's going to be in trouble? Is it Josh? Baylor?
We'll see.
Someone else?
We'll see.
Let us know what you think in the comments. I want to know, did you think it was creepy when he was like, "You're so beautiful"?
What do you think about Dale leaving this week? I want to know that.
What do you think about Keith?
Okay. What do you think about Survivor?
Do you want to get probed?
Okay.
Till next time.
Much love.
Edit.